Hello everybody, my name is Michael and welcome back to another Transfer Tuesday, where in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys what money moves I have made to further benefit my financial future and get me out of this debt situation that I'm in. Transfer Tuesdays have become this niche type video that those of us in the financial content creator space here on YouTube to basically vlog about how we are doing getting ourselves out of the debt situations that we're in on our journey to becoming financially independent. I currently have a remaining outstanding balance of over $71,000 left in my student loans. However, that's not the end of the story, because since April of this past year, I have been saving up my student loan payments, usually in chunks of around $3,000 every month, to pay off these loans. However, in the process of trying to pay off student loans and pay off debt, I have also tried to increase my assets, whether that be in the case of my 401k, my Roth IRA, or other investments. The purpose of me doing videos like this is purely for entertainment purposes. I am not a financial expert in any way, shape, or form. However, I would hope that you guys who watch these videos will become inspired by the progress that just seeing me, some average guy, nothing really that special, do something like pay off student loans, shows you guys that, you know, just taking a few steps here and there to make sure that your finances are in order could put you in a better financial situation for your future. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring up my first transfer that I've made today to further benefit my financial future. And that transfer is, of course, a moving of money from my bank account to my Ally Savings Bank, this high interest savings account that I've been using to save up for my government student loans. And this month so far, I have transferred $1,000 to this account, which now brings the total amount up to, I believe, $22,000 saved towards my government student loans. As some of you know who are in similar situations like I am, that the whole student loan $20,000 forgiveness thing, before it was put on hold, but now I believe, from what I understand, it has kind of been canceled and has gone back to square one. I'm not an expert on that, but from some of the other videos I've seen, shout out to Layla, who has another financial YouTube account like this, filled us in on some of the findings from this new Congress ruling. I say all that to mention and bring up the point of, okay, so what am I going to be doing now differently now that this announcement has been made? And the answer to that is absolutely nothing. I'm going to keep doing what I have been doing, which is saving to pay back these student loans. We don't know if they are going to become due at the end of December. Currently, right now, as it stands, that is when the deferment is supposed to end. And so I'm thankful I've had this time to stockpile a lot of cash that I will sadly have to see go towards the government student loans. But if we do the math, I currently have $22,000 saved up in my Ally Savings Bank in this high interest savings account for the purpose of paying towards my government student loans. That currently is at $71,000 outstanding. If I were to take this $22,000 and pay it right now towards that government student loan, I would have a remaining balance of $49,000. Yes, it would be nice if that $20,000 was also depleted from the government. However, I'm not going to rely on the government to pay back my loans because I'm the one who took out the money, and so I'm the one responsible. As stinky of a situation it is to have $71,000 still remaining in my government student loans, and I would love to be putting my money towards other things, it is my responsibility to pay back what I have borrowed. I'm also curious to know what the viewers of this channel's thoughts and opinions are on this, because I'll be honest, when all of this first started happening, when there was this announcement that there was going to be debt forgiveness, I basically just turned a blind eye to it. I covered my ears, so to speak, because I didn't really want to get sucked in and then have this, oh, I just get $20,000 back, kind of stuck in my brain, and then when the rug gets swept out from under my feet, I feel upset. So I've kind of just not listened to much of anything, but what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think this is right? Do you not think this is right? Were you looking forward to it? Were you not really counting on it? Let me know down in the comments below. Moving on from the doom and gloom of student loans to more happy things, the second transfer that I have made in this Transfer Tuesday is moving $250 from my Ally Savings Bank to my bank account that I can use to help reimburse some Christmas shopping. Obviously, of course, at the filming of this video and by the time this video is released, it's November and there's still quite a few weeks before Christmas. But I'm the type of person that I like to get things ordered and done with and wrapped before kind of the deadline of the week of Christmas, because then I'm not panicking thinking, did I get enough? Did I buy my wife that one thing she wanted that she told me that was the only thing she really wanted? If I order it now and get it done with, there's less stress later on. So for the purpose of being able to purchase these items, I usually buy them on Amazon, and I use my Amazon Prime, Visa, Signature, or whatever it's called, credit card. I took out $250 from my Ally Savings Bank, transferred it to my bank account, which that's not really enough to cover all the Christmas expenses, of course, but the nice thing is it does give me a kind of a buffer. You know, it's like this little buffer in the budget that at least I have $250. And in fact, I could pull more out of that sinking fund. I do have another sinking fund just labeled as miscellaneous family that I could pull from. However, I'm probably going to leave that in there just in case I need that later on. And finally, the third transfer that I have made today on this Transfer Tuesday, and I'll admit this one is relatively incomplete. I do not have a confirmation number for this one yet, is transferring $40 to my bank account so that I can then add $60 towards that to go towards my Roth IRA. Now, the reason I bring up $40 from my Ally Savings Bank going to my bank account is because that is the amount of interest I have been able to gain from having this now $22,000. Well, at the time of the interest incurring, it was $21,000 in this Ally Savings Bank. I believe right now it has an interest rate of 3.5%. So that is quite nice. And that's a little bit of extra cash that I can use. And I'm going to use it to invest. You know, I'm saving for my government student loans, but with the interest that's gathered, I might as well put it to good use, either keeping it in there for the sake of putting it towards the government student loans, or as I like to be more on the positive side of things, putting it towards investing. And I invest in both my Works 401k account and also my Roth IRA currently. It would be nice to someday focus a little bit more on just a regular taxable brokerage account, but I think with these two accounts, the Roth IRA and the 401k, I'm setting myself up in a good position for the future, along with actively trying to pay off these government student loans. I'm also curious to know what transfers you guys have made this past week or to even today to better your financial future, as it's always a good mindset to put yourself in, that even if you are transferring even just a couple dollars, $10 here and there to a Roth IRA or putting it towards debt, that is better than doing nothing. And doing it on a weekly basis kind of forces you to keep yourself in that mindset that you are always paying yourself first and you are always trying to better your financial future for yourself. I made a fair bit of mention in this video about paying back my student loans, and if you would like to know more about my debt-free journey, be sure to check this video out here.